Hello, hello, I am back. How was everybody? God, you have no idea. It's funny. It's weird getting suspended and then all of a sudden you're back. And it's just, it was really weird having a whole week of not being able to post videos, not being able to live stream. So, um, very, very bizarre. So, we're going to get into that in a minute. And, But first, we're going to talk a couple of things. I just want to remind everybody before we get started, if we have any interruptions with the stream, hopefully we don't, that I will get right back on as soon as I possibly can. So just be patient, hang in there with me, and you may not get notification, but you know, you just hang in there, and you'll be, we'll get back on as soon as we possibly can. What is? I agree, John. I agree. So anyway, uh, again, if we have one of the things I want to make sure that I tell everybody before we start too is this is a very family friendly oriented channel. So I would ask you all to be decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness. If you cannot, the people that you see lit up in blue, and I'm not seeing any of them at the moment, they will boot you out of here. So I don't know where my mods are. So hopefully they're going to be in here. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But first of all, it's good to be back. I missed you guys. I really did. I missed our chats. I missed putting videos up. It sucked. There's a lot of things going on. Obviously, anybody that's paying attention, we are in a very serious cancel culture right now. Very, very, very serious cancel culture. When you are, we're going to get into what happened to me, and I want to talk about that, and we're going to go over that whole thing. But I wanted to talk about this a little bit first because I think this is important. I think this is really important. You look back, and history has the way of repeating itself. It always does, okay? And if you look back to Nazi Germany in that time frame when they were doing what they were doing, okay? Book burning, isolating out certain people that they didn't deem to be, acceptable, or anybody, a political ally, or anybody that had a different viewpoint of what they were putting out there, right? They were attacked, shut down, shut up, put into concentration camps, long before, everything had. Where's JJ? My phone got stolen today and I had to track it down. That sucks. So, but yeah, the Fourth Reich, exactly. Teresa just said the Great Reset is the Fourth Reich. I can't agree with you more, because as soon as you don't go along with what the establishment is saying, you're getting shut down. You're seeing it on YouTube. The video that I did that got banned, all right, I still have that video. So I haven't decided. I've had a lot of people giving me a lot of advice of what platform to go to. I talked about Patreon, but I guess somebody was saying that Patreon is also seriously censoring people. So other people have talked about BitChute and stuff like that. So wherever I decide to go, the first video that I will be posting when I go there is going to be that video that was considered not along community guidelines. Okay, so I still have that video. And see, here's what I didn't understand, and I made a mistake. So when I made the video and I put it up, and they took it down. I put it up at 3, and they took it down. Somebody else is saying Rumble here. The redneck prepper saying go to Rumble. They took it down about 4:30, so it was up for about an hour and a half. So as of yesterday at 4:30, that was the week, I was able to come back at that point, and so that's when I came on, let you guys know that I'm back, and did that video and was talking that we're going to talk about this today. And it was very, very. So what happens is they take your video down. They say that you can contest it. And so that's what I did do. I contested it. But what I didn't read all their little fine print. Once I take it down, now you can't contest it anymore. So I removed it because I knew they said they were going to remove it anyway. So they had already removed it off the site. So people couldn't see it. And so they were basically going to take it down no matter what anyway. So what I had said in my reply to them, and what they, okay, so I'll tell you exactly how they said it. The reason they said I took it down because I didn't go along with YouTube community guidelines, and I went against doctors' recommendations, right? And also against what the CDC is recommending. Now, my reply to them was, okay, whatever happened to dissenting opinions, I'm giving you my opinion. What's wrong with that, number one? And then whatever happened to free speech? And this is a big issue. You may not think it's a big issue, but it's a huge, huge issue when somebody that doesn't go along or agree with the mantra that is being pushed, the agenda that is being pushed, you're silenced, you're shut up, you're given the strike and stuff like that. So obviously, moving forward on this platform, I will no longer be talking about any of that, because it's like, I got a strike. The strike stays on there for 90 days. My strike comes off June 4th. Never had a strike before, so this is obviously a first time thing. If you get another strike in that time period between now and June 4th, it's a 2-week knockoff of the channel. So you wouldn't be able to post or live stream for 2 weeks. And then if you get a third one within that time period, then you're gone altogether. They will shut your channel down, and then you're done. So, it's a game. You have to understand something. And this is what I'm going to tell you what, when it first happened, I was furious. And I made a video that I said, this is the first video that's going to go up when I'm done. And about 3 days later, I deleted that video because I said, yeah, probably not a good idea. It's definitely, you have to understand this. And this is kind of being able to sit back, reflect, having a couple days and looking at it. Okay. This is their ballpark. I'm playing in their ballpark. If they decide to take their ball and go home, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. So, you can get pissed off. I've come right back on and start talking the same exact thing. And what would happen is they would boot me again. So, I like sharing what we're doing here at the homestead. I like, sharing my ideas and my thoughts and about prepping and living off grid and all those type of things. But the problem, obviously, you can't speak on certain things anymore, unfortunately. They are highly, highly censoring everything, which that is not free speech. And I don't understand how, under the American Constitution, they can get away with this. I really don't. I don't understand how that is okay and acceptable. You have YouTube's doing it. You have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those different platforms are absolutely censoring people. They're getting rid of people. Anybody that doesn't go along or agree, they're going to be gone. And they can use whatever excuse that they want. And there's really not a lot of repercussions for you at that point. There really isn't. So anyway, guys, we're 9 minutes in. We got 1,241 people in the chat. We got 330 thumbs up. So if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, first of all, I'm going to ask you to shoot a thumbs up. So I appreciate you doing that. And thank you for that ahead of time. I do appreciate that. Secondly, again, it really does help with the algorithms, and I need that help now. Hey, Johnny Freedom Seed. Glad you're back, Ed. May not be a bad idea to start a backup channel as well as going to a different platform. I actually plan on doing both. I'm going to do both. So, yes, I will do that because, well, first of all, I want to do a different platform because I want to back everything up. I have a lot of content, and I really need to back it all up because I don't want to lose it. We're talking years and years and years of videos, better than 3,100 videos I have up at this point in time. So, not good at all. Yeah, Twitter banned the president. Exactly. So, if that can happen, they can do whatever they want to do. So it is what it is. But anyway, again, If you would shoot the thumbs up, I would appreciate that. Also, the third reason, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. So thank you for that reason as well. And also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. So I got Miss Hell is right here. She's come over to say hello. So anyway, yeah, but guys, you got to give me a minute. Buddy's outside the door crying, so give me one moment. Okay, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Come on. Okay, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to step on your tail. Didn't mean to step on your tail. I apologize. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that. So, anyway, the job of a doorman never ends. That's definitely something that's going on. So somebody asked me on here, am I on a diet? I've never been on a diet in my life, but I have made some changes in what I'm doing. I am a grazer, which basically means I eat constantly all the time. I generally don't really sit down and have meals. When I'm hungry, I eat. And I snack a lot, which is not good at all. Not good at all. So what do we got here? Rumble, BitChute, DLive. There's a lot of different sites to use. Yeah, thank you very much. I got to figure out which one I want to go on, and I will definitely do that. But I'm going to go on one that is definitely friendly, where I can basically, I can definitely go on and do what I want to do, and not have to worry about, being highly censored. So. New subscriber here, found you on your interview on Angry Prepper. Lula Marie, thank you very much. Well, welcome, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, Angry Prepper, good dude, very, very smart individual. Him and I had a good discussion, and he's like, "Oh, I got to have you on and so that's why we ended up doing that on the Wednesday, and that was kind of cool. And but like I said, guys, it's things are being highly censored, and if you don't think that we are not in a cancel culture right now, we're in a big time cancel culture, big time. So, let me just go back to what I was saying. So what I've done, I'm doing intermittent fasting. So I'm limiting myself. I can drink as much as I want during the day, whatever I feel like drinking, but I'm eating in a window is what I'm doing, just so that I'm limiting my food intake and I'm not eating as much all the time like I was. And I've actually dropped some weight already. I have a goal in mind, and and then the other part of that too is now that the weather's finally breaking, except for Denver, right? And out in the Midwest, those guys are getting hammered out there. But our weather here, the snow is pretty much almost all gone now. I'm going to be outside a lot, and I'm going to be busy, so that's going to keep me, a lot more active, and I'm going to burn off more calories that way as well. But I'm not. I'm eating whatever I want, but I'm really, like today when I literally ate in an hour and a half window, and I was completely full, and I didn't even eat like I normally would, because I know my stomach is obviously shrinking because, I'm not taking in as much. But I know that, like I said, it's just Angry Prepper Nurse 1. Oh my God, that would be funny. Yeah, new channel, Angry Prepper Nurse 1. Yeah, but anyway, it's just there is a huge cancel culture going on. Pepe Le Pew gets canceled. Speedy Gonzalez. Not one Mexican complained about Speedy Gonzalez, but they eliminated him because it's culturally insensitive. Asiv, hit the thumbs up like Thor would do it. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. And thank you for the donation as well. I do appreciate that too. But yeah, Pepe Le Pew. They're cartoons. It's crap we grew up on. I mean, it's insanity. It is insanity. Books that they don't like, that they think that are insensitive, they're canceling those. Going for God Mobile. Watch Dave X22 report for info. Love you and praying. Thank you very much, hon. I appreciate that, and thank you very much for the donation as well. I do appreciate that as well. But Yeah, so I'm going to be very careful on here. I'll be honest with you, moving forward. It's will I still talk about current events? Sure. If something's going on that needs to be talked about, we'll talk about it. But as far as they are really, like I said, they're really cranking or cracking down. You know, if you are anti what they want, and that's basically what it is. If you are anti whatever agenda they're pushing, they're going to cancel you out because they're going to silence people that don't agree with the mantra. And that's how they do it. And that's what they're doing. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. There's not anything we can do about it, and go to a different platform. That's one thing that's an option that's there, obviously. Make a backup channel is another option, again. But, I've been here. See, this is what I think a lot of people, well, just go there or just go do this. I've been here for a long time and I'm established here. Okay. And I like being here. Now, do I like the cancel culture and, the Gestapo coming in and stomping on me? No, I don't like that. But again, this is their ball game. So, I got to play the game. I try to explain to people all the time when you look at life, life is a big game. And once you realize that it's a game, it makes things a lot easier, puts things into better perspective with how to do things. Now, I personally have always been one. I have always bucked the system, always. Not a doubt in my mind, always have, always will. It's just the way that I am. And why do they have all this control? That is a great question. No idea. No idea, Cursed are those who call good evil and evil good. Oh yeah, well it's just it is amazing to me. A good example. A good example would be back in Portland. They took the fences down right around the Capitol, down the government building down there, and they put up plywood and stuff like that. Well, Antifa was back, uh, you know, setting the building on fire with people in it and and doing all that and rioting and looting and acting like idiots like they do. And one person was arrested, one person. But you're not hearing about all that in any kind of negative light in the media. They're just protesting is what they're supposedly what they're being, they're just protesting. Well, that's not the case. That's not the truth. But what happened down in Washington D.C. That's horrific and horrible, and both are wrong. Okay, and I have said this from day one. When what happened in the Capitol happened, I said it was wrong. They should have not done it. I truly, in my heart, believe it was a complete setup to make patriots look bad. Absolutely, 100%. I believe that. Okay, now they didn't set that building on fire. They didn't destroy everything in that building. Okay. Now, did they take things? Yep, they sure did. And I said before that whole situation happened, you get yourself in a situation where you get jammed up, but you get yourself where you're jammed up, and then you're screwed. And there's a lot of people. They're talking. They're going to be arresting like another 100 people from that whole thing. So crazy. Absolutely crazy. Now, here's a question that I have too, and I want you guys to think about this. And I saw this meme today, so that's why this brought me to where I thought it was quite interesting. The people that tell you that you don't need walls or bang bangs, right? The people that tell you that are hiding behind a wall with armed men. I found that to be very, very interesting. Well, if we don't need them, why do they have them? Why is it okay for the elites to live in gated communities with security, armed security, right? And that's okay. But the rest of us are supposed to lay down and do as we're told. I saw an article and this was amazing to me. And I was talking, I can't even remember who it was. So whoever did tell me this, um, you know, that's, God, I can't remember. Well, anyway, I was talking with somebody about this, and there was an article they were talking about if somebody breaks into your house, right? They're telling what you should do as an individual if somebody breaks into your house. And they were saying, well, you, the homeowner, should try to escape. You should try to escape the house, not confront the intruder. You should escape and run away. That's what you should do. That was their thing. Okay. If you can't get out, you're supposed to comply and do what they want and let them take whatever they want. Okay. And to me, that is the biggest insanity of all. That is the biggest insanity of all. If somebody breaks into your house with bad intentions, because if you break into somebody's house and their home, you're breaking in with bad intentions. You know, you're not going to tie me up ever. That's never going to happen. Here's what I don't understand. And okay, and I don't get this. Okay, so these people break into your house and they, they're accosting your family, and then they tie you up, or they'll tell you, take all your clothes off. Well, first of all, I'm never taking all my clothes off. Not going to happen. That's number one. Okay. You know, realistically, so somebody would say to me, well, what if somebody had a knife to your daughter's, throat and wanted you to comply and get tied up and stuff? I would tell that intruder, the minute you take her out, I am going to take you out, period. Because there's no way they're going to tie me up ever, do things to my family members while I am alive and watching it, because that's what they want to do. Fear, intimidation, humiliation. Okay. That's what that's all about. I'm going to go out on my feet. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out fighting. There's no way I would ever do that. And first of all, if you break into my house with bad intentions, you will be met with bad intentions. And that's the bottom line. It's nuts that they think that you should just lay down and let these scumbags do whatever they want to do. It is amazing to me. But that's the mantra of some of these people. But yet those people that tell you how you should do these things, they live in gated communities with armed security, and those type of things. Unbelievable. Timothy says, come on, take it off. Yeah, no. So, but again, we're up to 1543 in the chat, guys. We're 711 thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up, I'm going to ask you to do that really quickly to show support for the channel. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. I do appreciate it. Also, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, it pushes us up higher in the rankings. So I thank you for that reason as well. Hey, William Smith, I wish you wore a tank top. You have rippling muscles. Well, thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that, and you enjoy that. There'll be plenty of topless videos as the weather warms up, William, I promise. So thank you very much for the donation, and thank you for the comment as well. But when the weather warms up, you will see me out there with a bandana on, and that's pretty much, in a pair of jeans, because I'm always wearing jeans because I'm, dealing with brush and whatever else. But yeah, the shirt doesn't always stay on. So. But also, again, the third reason, I like to see a lot of thumbs up, so I would ask you to shoot that thumbs up for that reason as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right, and I do appreciate that. I got to tell you something funny. You guys are going to get a kick out of this. So every once in a while, I don't have them in right now because I took them out, but I wear earrings, right? I got 2 in this ear and 2 in this ear. Oh, my God. So I get these comments occasionally. Oh, well, you must, what are you, a fag because you wear earrings, this type of thing. And so my normal response to somebody, hold on a second, Johnny Freedom Seed, fear not, folks, there will be docs who will sign papers. Oh, hold on a second. That you received a shot. We will need to keep our heads up and keep looking outside the box. Oh, I'm sure there will be. Yeah, I agree with you on that one too. And thank you very much for the donation as well. I do appreciate that. So, oh my God, now, of course, now I just lost my absolute train of thought. What was I just saying? Oh, I hate that when that happens. Old age just sucks sometimes. What was I saying, guys? It's completely gone. Whatever I was just saying is completely gone. So if somebody could remind me. Oh, the earrings. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, yes. I mean, it was literally gone. So when they say that, what are you gay because you have, the earrings? In my response, generally, because I think it's funny, because it really, people that are very, very, okay, so first of all, people that are very homophobic are generally closet cases. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but the people that generally speak out the loudest against the gay community and hate the gay community and hate homosexuals or hate lesbians are generally a closet case. I don't know if you knew that, but that's generally the way it works. So what I normally say to somebody when they say that to me, oh, are you gay because, you have earrings? I'll say to them, why? Are you looking for a date? And that usually shuts them up, you know. Always come back, with something like that, because guess what? And I've said this before, guys, and I'll probably say it again. I don't care who you're with. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care any of that type of stuff. Okay, boy, girl, girl, girl. Two girls and a guy. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're into is your own thing. It is none of my business. And so I don't care what you do. I don't care who you sleep with. Doesn't make any bit of difference to me whatsoever. Because guess what? It doesn't affect me. It doesn't. I sleep with who I choose to sleep with when I get together with her. So that's how that goes. And this. But people are always going to have their judgments and you can have an opinion, and it's great to have an opinion, and I respect people having an opinion, but that's just the way it goes. So, hey, Maria Beers, we need to keep a list of advertisers on YouTube, and next time we all need to contact the advertisers and let them know we will boycott them and why. That's one way to do it, but I think a lot of times, some of these places are so big and they're making so much money that they don't care. They really don't, So, but always sleep with cats. Yeah, I have my cat sleep with me all the time. So actually, I'll show you real quick here. Hold on, what we got going right now. There's Mr. Buddy. Then we got Luce and Max. There they are. And then the dogs are all over there. So that's how it goes. But anyway, yeah, it's just always going to be a judgment, always going to be somebody with an opinion of how you look, how you dressed. I mean, I've had in the past, I'll give you another good example of something. When it is hot outside, when it is warm and I'm working outside, I don't wear a shirt because I sweat profusely. Okay. It's how it's always been since I was a kid. I sweat huge off my forehead. So that's why I normally wear a bandana. And, if I'm working outside, I literally could take my hand and just wipe the sweat away. I mean, it's that bad because you're busy, you're active, you're doing stuff. So I don't wear a shirt. Okay. And I've had people in the past say, "What, you're not wearing a shirt because you think you look good?" I go, "No, I'm not wearing a shirt because I'm hot. I don't care if I'm fat or skinny or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter. I'm going to not wear a shirt when it's hot out because I'm busy, I'm doing stuff, and that's how it goes." So, but like again, you're always going to have those people. Oh, put a shirt on. Well, if you don't like it, don't watch. I mean, it's real simple as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? This is who I am. This is how I am. If you don't like it, there's other channels to watch. I mean, it's always been that way, but it's like, too sexy for my shirt. You're right, JJ. Yep. Right said Fred. I'm too sexy for my shirt. So, but no, it's just, like I said, I'm comfortable. See, here's the thing, and I think this is a problem for a lot of people. I'm comfortable with who I am. And I really don't care if people like this or that. I'm a jeans and t-shirt guy. I'm always going to be a jeans and t-shirt guy. I don't think I'm all that. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. Never have, never will. And I just do my thing. And that's always the way it is. So, but Chris Dowell, or no, where was that? I missed that. Oh, here it is. Chris Vincent, I sleep with a snake. Wow. Well, I wouldn't do that. So, yes, I need those fishnet shirts. That's right. Right. Oh my God, that's too funny. Yeah, like they had in the video. Oh my God, that'd be a riot. So real quick, I want to mention my website, prepreneurs1.com. Obviously, there's been no videos going up there or anything like that. So, William Smith, please wear Yorks this summer, low cut and cheeky as usual. You are a beautiful man. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. See, the funny thing is there, and I know that either you're doing it as a joke or trying to make me uncomfortable. You can't make me uncomfortable. I've worked my whole life with a lot of the gay community. I've been hit on like I couldn't even begin to tell you throughout my years. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. So I don't know if you're just busting chops or what you're doing, but thank you for the donation. And that doesn't bother me at all. Just so you know, but appreciate it. So anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so my website, preppernurse1.com, we have the Prepper Nurse One community there, which is a resource that we set up for you guys as well to try to connect with like-minded people. On that note, I'm still working on emails for the Underground Railroad. I have not been very diligent lately, I will be honest with you, but I will be getting back on it, and I will be contacting people about that. So anybody that has sent an email, if you have not heard back from me yet, be patient. I will get to you. I've contacted a ton of people so far. I have a lot of people that I still have to talk to, so I will definitely be doing that. Okay, so just hang in there with me on that one, and we'll do that. Okay. Next, I wanted to mention the Forefathers, which is the CBD. If you go to my website, preppernurse1.com, you will see the Forefathers ad. If you click on it, it will take you to their website. They do CBD and hemp products. And if you decide to make a purchase over there, make sure you use the discount code PrepperNurse1. You'll save yourself 15% on your purchase if you decide to do that. Okay. And thirdly, we have the legacy freeze-dried food. So if you go to my website again, preppernurse1.com, you hit store, it drops down. You hit legacy, it will take you there. What we have, actually, I got to update it. There's a couple things that they have in stock now that I do have to update that, but that'll be updated soon. So what's there is available. Definitely take advantage of that. Long-term food storage, 25-year shelf life, GMO free. Again, good thing to have. And I will show you once again, and I've shown this before, but here we go again. I have it in my preps as well. Okay. Big believer in the product. It's really, really good. Done reviews on it if you guys want to check that out. So that's just putting it out there, just sharing that information. So anyway, we'll get back to other things now. So what do we got here? Loved you on Angry Prepper, Ruth Phillips said. Well, thank you, Ruth. I appreciate that. Now he's a trip, and it's funny because I keep my channel family friendly. I don't swear on my streams or anything like that. It's a personal choice that I made. Now, in real life, I do swear. Not gonna lie, I do swear in real life, but that's the only thing different about me that you would see from on camera or off camera. The only difference is in real life, I do swear more, but I try to be respectful. Not saying anything wrong with Angry Prepper and his swearing. He is very upfront about that with his channel that he does that, and that's cool. I have absolutely no problem with that whatsoever. Okay, not at all. So I'm never offended by it, but I know a lot of people are, and I just made a choice that if I'm going to make videos, and if you got your kids in the background or grandkids or whoever, that you don't have to worry about me spewing off with the F-bombs and stuff like that. Hey, Nest Prepper, still waiting for the Speedo episode. You never know. Maybe this year, maybe me in a pair of work boots and a Speedo. It could happen. Probably raking rocks is probably what I would end up doing. I got a lot of stones still move too, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do. It's gonna be when I get going outside. I'm really excited to do it. I have 2 videos right now that I made with the week off. One of them I'm going to put up. I've already talked about this, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to put one of them up early tomorrow, and I'll do a regular video in the afternoon tomorrow. Then Tuesday, the 3 o'clock video will be the second one that I did. And then Tuesday night, the 7 o'clock video will be, updates of what we're doing around here. So definitely that will be done. So, Hey, William Smith, sorry about the cheeky comment. I do have a real question. I'm having an issue with building up to code in my country, kind of like yours. How did you do that? No, that's fine. I don't worry about the comments like that. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. But what you need to do, whoever your code enforcer is in your county, get a hold of them, talk with them. If you're willing to work with them, for the most part, they're going to be good about it. They're not going to be a-holes. They're really not. They have a job too. If especially see what again, what they don't people a lot of people don't understand. If you get a report, and if you're an official in the town, you have to follow up on that. So it's not like they're doing it maliciously, but if you act like a jerk, then you're gonna be on their bad side. Off-grid granny, I split wood with my shirt off too. Don't worry about it. Good for you, sweetheart. Good for you. I love that. That's awesome. And thank you very much for the donation as well. I do appreciate that. That's awesome. But getting back again to talk to your code official in your county. Work with them. If you work with them, believe me, they're going to work with you. Like I said, as long as you're not being a jerk. If you come off copping an attitude, there's YouTubers out here, guys. Okay. And this is something that I want. So we'll talk about this for a second, because I do think this is important, because I know a lot more people are looking to go off grid. Okay. So there was another channel, and I'm not going to say the name because it doesn't make any difference, but there was another channel, lived way out in the middle of nowhere. I'm in the middle of nowhere too. Right. And so somebody blew him into the town. Right. Somebody blew me into the town. Right. It happens. You're on YouTube. People hate you. They want to try to jam you up and cause you problems and stuff like that. So they will contact the town and say, hey, is this guy up to code with this, that, or the other thing, to try to screw with you. It absolutely happens. Okay. Now, this other YouTuber fought the system. All right. Got pissed off, said, screw you, go screw yourself. And I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. Right. So he has had nothing but issues with dealing with that since that point in time. Okay. It doesn't work. You're never going to beat City Hall, ever going to beat City Hall. Hey, Johnny Freedom Seed. Ed, what's going on with the TV show? They said that they were planning on doing it this spring. So I'm waiting to hear back. They said they would be back in contact with me, and we're going to go from there. So, Mary Tyler, did you wire your house for solar? Is there a difference between solar and electric? No, my house is wired for just a regular, it's up to code, wired like anybody else's house. The only difference is my power source comes from my batteries, not from the cable lines, which are lines, right? From the grid. That's the only difference. Hey, Prepper Brian Keith, tell your subs that if you reach 10,000 in one live stream, your next video, you will split wood in a Speedo. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny. Oh my God, that would be funny. That would be hilarious, to be honest with you. Oh, there's some people actually that I need to acknowledge. I have two people that every month for quite a while now, and I wish I had. I don't have that with me at the moment, and I'm sorry. I should have wrote it down ahead of time, and I wasn't thinking about it. I'm going to do it in my next live stream. Some people that have made donations on to my PayPal account, and I have two people that every month give me a donation, and I wanted to acknowledge them. And there was somebody else that just did a donation to my PayPal account as well, and I wanted to acknowledge them. I will do that in my next live stream, so I'm going to make sure I do that. Because I do appreciate it. I don't want to think that anybody thinks that I take anything for granted, because I absolutely do not. I appreciate all the support, and those people that do that monthly donation like that, it is very much appreciated. And again, what I think a lot of people don't understand, you don't see me driving a Bentley. Okay, you're not going to ever see me driving a Bentley. Whatever I get for the revenue from YouTube or the donations or whatever the case may be, it goes into the property. Always has, and it always will. Pamela Sherry, no Speedo Fund. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So you don't want to see me in a Speedo. Okay, I appreciate that. Oh, I don't know how we got in the Speedo thing, but I think it's my own fault, because I did talk about it one time. And if I ever do it, guys, I'm going to do it with a straight face, just so you know. And I will do it with a straight face. So that would be hilarious. So probably not the most attractive thing, but if I do it, I will tell you what, I will wait until I got that upper body tan really, really good, really good upper body tan. So you can see the difference from the upper body and the legs, how white the legs will be. Yeah, we had a one time when we were a couple years ago. Heather was me, Heather, Kendall, and Noemi had gone up to Letchworth State Park up to go swimming. Middle of summer, probably was like in August, and summer, spring, summer. I'm outside, I'm working. Like I said, my upper body very, very dark, and so I was sitting there with a pair of shorts on, swim trunks, sitting there, and Heather goes, "Oh my God, I got to get a picture of this." And I'm like, "What?" So she takes my picture, and she's like, "Dad, look." She goes, "It looks like it was photoshopped because my legs were pasty white, and my upper body looks like I'm Hispanic." So very, very funny, very, very funny. And but yeah, so that would be have a Speedo fundraiser. Oh my God, that's too funny. So leopard skin Speedo. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see what we can do. I'd have to go buy one first, number one. So, but anyway, but again, there's a lot of projects that I'm going to be doing here at the homestead. We have a window of opportunity in New York. Last year we got a lot done here, an absolute ton of things done. So, but I'm going to be doing a change, and I will be doing a video on something. I've had a discussion with somebody, and I will get into that with you guys, and we'll talk about that aspect of things as well. But there's definitely things that we're gonna check into, and I think it's probably a better idea after speaking with this person about it, and it makes more sense. So I will share that with you when we get to that point, and I think it would definitely be a better way to do things, and so much more economical, cost effective as well. So just stay tuned for that, and don't let them cheapen you. I love you for who you are, Spaz Mama. Well, thank you very much. Actually, the whole thing with the Speedo, to be honest with you, started off as a joke. And I said at some point I might just do it. See, you got to understand, I have no problem laughing at myself. Absolutely no problem laughing at myself. I'll tell you a story, okay? And you guys will get a kick out of this, okay? And I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody when I say this. I'm always going to go for the laugh, all right? So my buddy Randy, when I was with my ex-wife and his wife was still alive, she's since passed away. The four of us went to Vegas together. Shared an apartment thing that they had, a timeshare. We stayed there, had a blast, an absolute blast. So I had said to him, now you got to understand, two bald guys, both of us had our goatees, hairy, tattoos, earrings. He's got earrings, I got the earrings. So I said to him, I said, dude, let's do this for fun. And I said, what we'll do, we'll get a pair of Speedo thongs. We will hold hands and walk down to the pool. I would do it for the shock value because I think it would be funny. Because, like I said, for me, I'm going for the laugh. And he was like, "No way, man. No way. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it." I'm like, "Come on, dude. It would be hilarious." And he's like, "No way. I'm not doing it." So then I even upped the game. I said to him, I said, "I'll tell you what. I'll even up the game." I said, "I'll wear a freaking bikini." And he was like, "No." He goes, "I won't do it. I'm not doing it." Because, like I said, to me, see, because what he knew about me was if we started doing that and I held his hand, I would gay it up big time. I just like I said, again, just for the laugh, for fun, just to see how people would look. I just think it would be freaking hilarious. But again, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. And so the whole Speedo thing is about laughing at yourself. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like people that are so serious and are so pent up, they end up dying way earlier than people that can laugh at themselves, that like to joke. I love to bust chops. I love to have fun because life is too short. It really is to be angry and pissed off all the time. It serves no purpose. Okay. Just like what just happened to me. Okay. I got a week suspension. I could take that a couple different ways. I could have come back on here, been all pissed off, completely blaming YouTube. They're this, they're that, they're the other thing. But what you have to realize, they've put it out there and they said, this is what we're going to do. We are going to censor this, that, and the other thing. They've been very clear about it. Okay. So realistically, it's my own fault because I pushed that envelope, which I always do. Hey, John Serbo. Can't decide. Oh, hold on a second. Can't decide if I need a good laugh or a good scare. So here's 250 for the Speedo Fun and 250 for the no Speedo Fun. That's awesome. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. You know, but do you need a permit to build your greenhouse? No, I did not need a permit to build the greenhouse um, because when when I had, like, for this building, I had to have a permit for this building, had to have a permit for Mom and Becky's place, and I had to have a permit for Margie's place. The chicken coop I did not need a permit for because it's a chicken coop. Okay, I did not need a chicken or a permit for the woodshed because it's a woodshed. All right, so I didn't need a permit for that or the other outbuilding where I keep my Harley. Hey, prepper Brian Keith. Life is too short. We must laugh, love, and live. Exactly. And the thing is, with that, with everything, thank you so much for that statement, and thank you very much for the donation as well. With everything that is going on, especially like within this last year, okay, a lot of stress on people, a lot of pressure, and all those type of things. Very, very sad. Realistically, very, very sad. Yeah, we'll do the egg count, Jen, in just 1 second. I promise. She says, "Egg count, Ed." Okay, we'll get to the egg count. Um, but really, really sad to see how depressed people are. The increase in suicides, all those type of things. It can be really, really depressing. So to be able to laugh and just have a good belly laugh, we do it here all the time. I bust my mom's chops all the time. They give it right back at me, and it's like, and that's fun. That's part of it. It's what it should be. I'm going to tell you what. If you look at my sister, and my sister moved out here in September. And the way she is now compared to September is like night and day. She's a different person. This is a completely different lifestyle. It's a much more peaceful and relaxed lifestyle, and it's awesome. It's a lot of hard work. I'm not going to say that it's not, because it absolutely is, but well worth it. Okay. So, hey, Pamela Sherry, from Speedos to chickens. I love it. Yeah, right. Exactly. So anyway, real quickly, I'm going to ask for another thumbs up if you have not shot a thumbs up to show support for the channel. And thank you for doing that ahead of time. I do appreciate it. Again, it really does help with the algorithm. So the more interaction that we have, it is better for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, I like to see a lot of thumbs up as the third reason. So that's always fun as well. It's just a game. We're already up over 1,000, which is awesome. So I'd like to see a really nice number. I'd like to see us, if we get to 1,500 tonight, that would be really, really cool if we get 1,500 thumbs up. But we got a ways to go for that one. But so also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you ahead of time for doing that. Hey, Prairie Wind, are you... hold on a second. Are we voting on the Speedo thing? Funny as it would be, I still have to vote no. All right. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And thank you for the donation as well. Okay. Egg count. What do you guys think the egg count was today? I'll give you the back of the last 3 days. So 3 days ago, we had 10 eggs. 2 days ago, we had 6 eggs. Yesterday, we had 8 eggs. So let's see what your guys, I think 7 or 8 yesterday. I'm sorry. All right, let's see what we got here. Give you guys a minute to get your guesses on the egg count, and we will go from there. All right, if you had the same exact guess as Linda Davis with 8 eggs, then you are correct. We ended up getting eight eggs today. So they are definitely laying, really doing really, really well. Real pleased, very consistent. I still have 2 hens in R&R, rest and recreation. The one hen is doing great. Pretty soon she should be going back in with the rest of the flock. The other hen, I think she's got a bad leg. So I don't know what's going to happen with her. I'm going to see how she continues to heal. I'm going to give her more time. But the other hen, all of her feathers on her back have now grown back. Oh, I got to give you guys an update too. You guys don't know about this. All right, so had 4 roosters, as you guys know. was very much holding off dispatching the other two roosters because I am a softie and I raised those roosters and I didn't want to dispatch them. Okay. So one of my people that watches the channel, and actually the folks that I got hella from, to be exact, they contacted me and said, we'll take the two roosters. So they came over and we put the two roosters in two different boxes and they took the two roosters home. So really happy. That's going to help with their flock. And so they'll have a protector, now where those two boys would have never been the alpha rooster in my flock because Goliath is the alpha rooster. I'm obviously keeping Foghorn Leghorn, so he stays. And it is amazing, I'll be honest with you, and I hate to admit this because now it makes me feel bad that I didn't do something sooner. Much, much calmer in the hen house with the other two roosters gone. Okay, much, much calmer. So when the new batch of chickens that I got, and anybody that has been watching is going to, people that have been watching and seen my Twitter and Instagram knows. So I'm not going to talk about that yet. That video, I think you guys are going to see that either it's tomorrow or Tuesday. You'll see that because I got the two videos and you'll see the update on the other thing. But I got the 16 hens to start out with. And well, hopefully they're hens. They were straight run, which a straight run is, could be boys or girls. So one of those passed away early on, first couple days, and that's how it usually goes. If there's a sick chicken in the group, within a couple days they're done. And so I have 15 of those left, and I definitely will not be keeping the roosters. I will not ever put those roosters, whatever one of them are roosters, and I'm hoping that most of them are hens is my guess. I'm hoping, we'll see. But whatever hens I get out of those 15 are going to end up going in with the flock. The other ones are going to go. I'm not going to do what I did this time because it hurts the hens. The hens were getting worn out, and it's not right for the hens. Okay. So, I'm hoping that out of 15 that I have there, I'm hoping for at least 9 hens is what I'm hoping for. And so then I'll get rid of the roosters. So, but then, so then we'll talk about what else after. You guys will see in the video, and I'll talk about that. But, so you'll see what's going on. But, that's, it's, I really, really enjoy my chickens. And so I want my hens to have a good life. I don't want them to be stressed out. So your bigger your hen flock, the roosters that you have, and I have the two, they're not going to wear the girls out. So, but yeah, the roosters, they can be bad. They can be bad. How can you tell the males from females? When they're babies, you can't, not really. Some people say that you can pick them up by their head. If you pick them up by their head, you can tell, but until they mature, then that's when you find out. Asif says 14 to 15 will be hens. I hope so, Asif. I hope so. Thank you very much for the donation as well. Like I said, once these chickens that I have now are done, if they lay on their own and they make more chicks, great. Other than that, I'm not going to be buying any more for a couple of years because I'm going to have a good size flock. Hopefully, if I get enough hens out of this grouping. So, but yeah, I just I enjoy my chickens. They're a lot of fun. As it's funny. I had another neighbor that lives down on the side street that we have over here, and she had said, "Well, do you have any eggs? I'll buy some eggs off of you." And I went, I got a dozen. Here, take a dozen. She goes, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, I give my eggs away. That's something that I've decided to do. The chickens are for my enjoyment and my pleasure. Organic eggs are way different tasting than store-bought eggs, number one. So I like that aspect of it as well. So that's why I really enjoy having the chickens as well. And, in an SHTF event, I have a flock of chickens, and I can, I have my incubators that if I want to incubate some, I can do that as well. And if I get, some other ones, will you build a bigger coop? Right now, Beth, no. I'm not going to need to. I could easily put another 20 chickens into this coop that I have, and it's not going to be overcrowded. So, no, what whatever, what those ones that end up being hens. So I have two stoops, okay, two roosts in the hen house right now, okay. So I have, let's see, what do I have now in chickens? I have 19 chickens right now, okay, and so I have 17 hens and I have two roosters at this point right now. So whatever happens of the baby chicks that I have, we'll see what happens with those. But all those chickens, they all get up on that top roost. So I could literally put another 20 chickens in there, and they could fill up the bottom roost, and there would be plenty. So that's yeah, and there's plenty of room in the run for the chickens where they can get out there, they can scratch, and they can do all that type of stuff, which is awesome as well. So one of the things I don't know, and I may talk about this in one of these upcoming videos, but I'll tell you about this that happened as well. So obviously this time of year with all the snow melting, things can kind of get muddied up and stuff like that. So I was thinking I might get a couple straw bales just for the sake of getting them and using them, putting them in the run and stuff like that. Well, what ended up happening was I was on the phone with a buddy of mine. I'm driving home, and lo and behold, in the ditch, two bales of straw, one complete, okay, and the other one had broken up. So I stopped, and it was in the middle of nowhere. So I stopped, picked up the bale of straw that was complete, put it in the trunk, picked up the pieces of the other bale and put them in the back seat, and I brought them home. I used them for the baby chicks. I used that for the run, and I put some of the straw on both sides of the chicken coop as well for the chickens. So yeah, so I was like, that was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. So, but so that was pretty cool. So really quick, I want to talk a little bit more about the whole YouTube thing and what happened. Again, I got a strike, as you guys now know. Anybody that doesn't know now does. And I was suspended off of YouTube for a week. Okay, I was not able to post videos, not able to do live streams. I think I was still able to comment on questions. So when people were asking me where I was able to tell them, and then other people that knew were able to tell them as well. I did post it on Facebook. I posted it on Instagram and Twitter. So if you're not part of my Instagram or Twitter, Prepper Nurse One on both of those, go over there and join us that way as well. And so definitely do that as well. But it's just they have the keys to the kingdom, and we have to play the game. And I push the envelope, which I always will do. They spanked me, and they hurt you where they hurt you worst, which is in your pocketbook. And so you just have to suck that up, and you make a decision. Do I continue to push that envelope, or do I realize that there's certain topics that I need to shut my mouth about and not put on this platform? Now, that is why I do plan on going to another platform, okay, and starting another thing where I can say what I want to say. So when I do that, if there is a topic that we need to have a discussion about, I can say, hey, go over to BitChute or wherever I end up going, and join me over there, and you can see what I have to say about XYZ topic. Because unfortunately, with the way that they're doing things on YouTube, you cannot speak your mind anymore. So you're absolutely being censored. I'm obviously being censored. I got a strike, so obviously I'm being censored. I didn't think that the video was, anything that warranted a suspension. That's my opinion. Obviously, they felt differently. So, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Exactly. But, they didn't like it, so they did what they did. And, again, at first I was furious. I'll be honest with you. I was absolutely furious. And I did make a video that initially was going to be my first video back. And then I thought about it after a couple of days of cooling down and, being calmer. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Not a good idea. So I deleted that video. And so when you saw the video that I did on Saturday, I did that video on Saturday. So, can you post videos on your website or update us if there's something happens again here? Yes, I can do that. You know what? And I probably should have done something on my website to let people know, and I do apologize. I just was honestly, first couple days, I was in like such shock, and then I just, You got to understand, I've been on YouTube for a long, long time. Since we have been up here at the homestead, I literally have posted every day for better than 6 years now. Okay. And so a lot of videos, a lot of videos. And hey, Asif, time to take your lemons and make lemonade. Exactly. You have to play the game is what it comes down to. So my thing, and this is what I'm moving forward, and this is what I'm thinking with my channel here. Okay. Obviously less political, absolutely less political. I want to focus on prepping and living off grid. That's what I want to focus on because I think that those are really important things, number one, anyway. And so I think that we really need to, I want people to realize that this is a thing that can happen. I'm going to tell you what, when I got started doing this whole process in the beginning, even Mom and Becky were skeptical. Okay. Understandably so, because it's like when you have somebody that's lived, your whole life differently, and then you say, hey, this is what I'm going to go do. Anybody that really knew me, like Mom and Becky knew, they know my determination and my stubbornness. So they knew that, they knew that I was going to make it happen. Now, it was a lot harder than I thought. I will be honest with you. I did not come into this situation with living off grid with rose-colored glasses on. I did not. I knew it was going to be a lot of hard work. I knew it was going to be difficult, but I did not realize, to be honest with you, how difficult it was and the sacrifices that you have to make. And you have to make the sacrifices in the beginning, because unless you are independently wealthy and can dump 100K or 150K into your project right off the bat to put in a well, to put in septic, to build your whatever you're going to live in, depending on whatever size it's going to be. Unless you have, putting in a solar system, unless you have unlimited resources, you have to do it as you can. And that's how I've done it. I've done it so that I'm not in debt. I own my property. I owe nobody nothing for anything on my property, because we've paid for everything along the way. The greenhouse, I will tell you, a very, very wonderful subscriber a couple of years ago donated the greenhouse to me. And very, very awesome, very, very kind of her, unbelievably kind, and never expected it, to be honest with you. But, now you're going to see that greenhouse going balls to the wall this year, okay? You're going to see that happening. And I plan on, like I said, well, you'll see. You're going to have to see. Okay. So the greenhouse we'll be talking about much, much more, but you'll have to, I'm going to wait until you see the first video first, which you will see tomorrow. Okay. So watch that one, obviously at 3 o'clock. That one is going to go up then. Also, the second video I did, which is going to explain a lot of what plans and stuff that are going to be happening here. That one is going to go up Tuesday at 3. So what I'll do is whatever I do tomorrow at the homestead, it's 7 o'clock. That video, you're going to see that updated progress and stuff like that. So I'm really going to, JJ said, Ed, is the greenhouse ready for planting yet? Watch tomorrow's video, JJ. Okay. That's all I'm going to say right now. Okay. So just watch the video. So, did you appeal their strike? I was told a lot of the times it's reversed. I did appeal the strike, but I made a mistake. I took it down. Once you take the video down, now they already had removed it off of YouTube, so nobody was seeing it anyway. But I made a mistake. Once I took the video down, then you cannot appeal it. So I screwed up there. Obviously, it's not something that I've dealt with in the past. So yes, so that's what happened. But so that strike's on there until June 4th. But like I said, I want to really focus moving forward with the channel. I really want to focus on, especially this time of year, projects, what we're doing, how we do it, showing you how to grow, how to make these things happen, doing the raised beds. I'm going to be putting in 3 more raised beds this year and all those type of things. And again, all these things that I want to get done, we're building an addition this year. Okay. So, how much of the addition that gets done depends on how the year goes, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to go into debt to build the addition. So if it means month to month, whatever extra money that I have and I can put into the addition, that's what I'm going to do. and we're just going to go from there. There's a lot that I want to get done again this year. There will be projects moving forward on the homestead for years to come. The goal is, as far as the addition this year, is to get that at least boxed in before the snow flies so that I can work inside throughout the winter. Again, that will all be on video as well. And we can do that, and then that'll be a very cool thing to do as well. So it'll all come together. It's funny. I always say it, everything will come together. It'll always work out. And I say that because it always does. It is amazing how it works. It really does. Positive attitude is a big part of it. Feeling sorry for yourself and being like, oh my God, I'm a victim, never works. Never works. Now, with what happened on YouTube with the strike, I got to suck it up is what I got to do. And that's just the way it is. And, just realize what we got to do moving forward and that type of thing. So, again, real quick, guys, I am going to ask for another thumbs up. I really would love to see it if we could get it close to 1,500. That would be awesome. We're at 1174 on the thumbs up right now. We've got about 15 more minutes in the stream. So let's really make a push and see if we can get that up to 1,500 thumbs up. That would be fun. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Probably 1,400 is more realistic, but let's just see what we can do. So again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I would ask you to please do that to show support for the channel. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction we have with comments, thumbs up or thumbs down, which we would rather have thumbs up, obviously. I appreciate that. Thank you for that as well. It really does help. The third reason is, I like to see a lot of thumbs up. It's a little game I like to play to see where we can be at as well. So that's part of the fun of it. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. Yeah, Prepper Nurse and Angry Prepper 2022 for governor and lieutenant governor. That would be funny. Could you imagine me and him running the state? There'd be a lot of big changes. There would be a lot of big changes. There are a ton of canning videos on YouTube. Angry Prepper is just one. Yeah, so let me tell you my canning story here lately, guys. So some of you may have known, I think before the suspension, I had gone and I saw 6 cases of canning jars and I grabbed them all. Last year, I got a lot of the gallon canning jars, but I wasn't able to pick up a ton of quarts last year. I maybe for the whole year picked up 10 quarts of canning jars for the entire season. Okay. And I think that was probably where I was at. And so earlier this year, a couple weeks ago, I was in the store. They had 6. I grabbed them. Okay. Now, some people will say, and I'm going to put this out there, oh, well, you should only take like 4 and leave some for somebody else. Listen, they're in a store and I can grab them. I'm going to grab them. I am not just prepping for me and my family. I am also prepping for the unprepared moving forward. So if I can grab them, if they're there, I'm going to grab them. So I had to go to Walmart to get something else. And when I was there, I always, no matter what day I go in there, I take a ride through the canning aisle to see if anything is there. They had 9 cases of the canning jars. And yes, I did get them all. I bought them all. It was about $100 for the canning jars, but to me, very well worth the money. Again, it is so difficult to get them now. If they're there and you happen to be in a store, when they get them out there, grab them. That's what I would say. When the time comes, all right, and this is something I want people to think about. When the time comes, you are going to have what you have. There's no more running back to the store after SHTF happens. Whenever any kind of major event happens, and again, in my opinion, what is the most likely event? We're going to talk about this really quickly. The most likely event that would happen in this country is a grid down situation, be it a cyber attack, be it a Carrington event type of attack, or whatever the case may be. The biggest way to hurt the country, the United States of America, the very biggest way to hurt us is cut our power off. We are so dependent on our power. Now, what happens? Let's talk about this really quickly because this is a very realistic thing, guys. This is something that absolutely can happen. We lose power all the time. All right, it happens. What you will see happen in the beginning of an event like that, where we had a grid down situation. Now, it would also be exacerbated if, your cell phones weren't working as well. You couldn't get online. The internet was down as well. So if you had all three of the combination, no cell service, no internet, and no power, okay? Let's say all three of those things happen, boom. What you're going to see happen, a lot of people, for the first 3 days, are going to sit right on their hiney waiting for the power to come back on. That's what they're going to do, okay? Those of us that are awake and prepping and prepared and stuff like that, we will realize what is really going on. A lot of you at that point in time will be bugging out to your bug out locations, which is what you should be doing, okay? Absolutely should be doing. So that's what you're going to see happen in the beginning of an event like that. If you can get out of cities, if you live in the cities now, I highly encourage you to get out of the cities. A lot of people have left the cities and got away from that. Try to get something established, learn what to do, learn how to figure out as far as growing. Growing is so important. That's going to be the main source of food in a post event, is growing food, okay? The woods are going to be hunted dry within no time, because everybody and their brother is going to be out there in the woods shooting everything that moves. That's a fact, okay? That is a fact that's going to happen. So you need to concentrate on gardening. And learning how to garden now, while it is not the worst case scenario, is the way to do it. When it is the worst case scenario, when it is life and death, that is not the time to learn how to garden, okay? So I'm just putting that out there ahead of time. All right, so I'm going to do real quick here, because we are Legion in a moment. But we're at 1271 on the thumbs up. Again, let's see if we can get it close to 1,500. That would be fun. We got 1,300 people in the chat. So again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. Let's try to get that number up there as high as we can. I would appreciate that, so thank you. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, again, third reason I like to see a lot of thumbs up is just a big old game for me. So that's part of it as well. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. Okay. So Matthew Trucking says buy silver. I agree that you should have some silver, but the thing is, you have to remember, you cannot eat silver. You cannot eat gold. Okay. Don't taste so good, and they don't fill you up. Having commodities, having goods is going to be the best thing that you could possibly have. Long-term food storage, your dry goods, freeze-dried foods. Make sure you have your canning goods. When you buy canning goods, buy things that you will eat. That's hugely important as well. It's going to make a big, big difference, okay? So let's do this really quickly, okay? We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the country. We're all over the world. We are a big family. We're a big network of people, okay? And I want to mention something else really quickly, but we're going to do We Are Legion first. So remind me, I need to say something if I don't remember, which I may and I may not, but it's right there now, so I know. So where's everybody from tonight? Oh, Bizarrizza Jizza, guys. Let's show support for his channel as well. Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, Oregon, Southeast Wisconsin, Central Pennsylvania, Nova Scotia, Ontario, Canada, Montreal, Canada, another Ontario, Canada, wow. Disneyland, Texas, Beech Grove, Indiana, Melbourne, Australia, East Kentucky, Missouri and the Ozarks, Key West. We have Kentucky again, Ulster Park, New York. Let's see. It's going fast, so just so you know, Rochester, Newfoundland, Albany, Missouri, Eastern Oregon, Troy, Vermont, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Beech Grove, Indiana, once again, North Georgia, Lakeland, Florida, New Hampshire. We have Wisconsin, Utah, Texas, Georgia, Vancouver, Canada, South Texas, the Adirondacks, Sioux City, Iowa, Endicott, New York, Alabama, Michigan, Southern Indiana, North Carolina, London, Central Florida, Seattle, Washington, Dallas, Texas, Redding, California, Loveland, Colorado. I hope you guys are doing okay up there. The Adirondacks, Brookings, Oregon, Southern Coast, We have Ohio, Orlando, Florida, Union City, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Washington State. Let's see. So again, Bizariza Jizza. He's got the really cool Carrington Event Chronicles going right now. Very good series, good thing to listen to. You can get some really good ideas off of that. Let's definitely show him some support. Also, Icky Can, Ickycan. Okay, he is up in Canada. Good friend of mine. Part of my family is what I consider him. Okay, he lives north of Toronto by several hours, and I won't say how many because then we can kind of guess where he's at. But he lives north of Toronto, in a ways north of Toronto. All right, really good guy, master builder. Definitely go show him some support as well. Oh, we got Sweden in the house as well, Odessa, Texas. Yep. So Walnut Grove, Corey, Pennsylvania. We have Montana, York, Pennsylvania. So again, another channel, obviously, Marfugal News. I like Adam, like what he's doing over there as well. So go show him some support. Tell him that Prepper Nurse One sent you. Angry Prepper down in New York City. Let's show him some love as well, guys. Very good dude. Very, very squared away. Magic Prepper as well. He is out in North Dakota. So, you know, we got a huge family, a huge network of people all over the place. So one of the things that I wanted to remember to tell you, and we're probably going to go over just so you know, because we're already at 14 minutes after. So I know I can be long-winded, so I may end up going over tonight. It does happen on occasion. It's like we're not set that we have to end there. So we're going to probably go over just to let you guys know. Talk about organizing the prepper community, right? We're setting up the Prepper Underground Railroad. So I got a lot of people that have sent me emails. I continue to get emails every day. I'm going to get to you all. I promise you will hear from me. So just please, just be patient, and I will get to you. But we are getting organized. And I found it amazingly interesting that when I talked about organizing preppers, I got a strike on YouTube. Some of the stuff, you know, I find it, there's no coincidences as far as I am concerned. They don't want us to get organized. Who are they? The powers that be do not want us to be organized. They do not want us to be squared away and ready. Okay. So, yeah, Ed long-winded, no way. I know it's hard to believe. I'm usually very reserved. I don't talk very much. I'm very quiet. Yeah, no. Guys, I'm going to tell you really quickly. You are going to find this very, very funny. Growing up in high school, I was very, very shy. No self-confidence whatsoever. Zero self-confidence. Very, very shy. Hey, Richard Ruckman, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll tell you the story real quick and then we'll continue on. And some of you may have heard this before. I've talked about this before, but you are never going to believe. So anyway, I was very shy, no self-confidence. I didn't really date in high school because I used to think, well, why would they want to go out with me? I mean, literally, I had zero self-confidence. So after I got out of the service, I was working in an adult bookstore. Very, very interesting. I was there for 10 months. And I worked in that adult bookstore for 10 months. And what I saw there, and if I told you some of the stories, you would be like, no way, there's no way that happened. But yeah. And maybe when I do another platform, I may do some of those stories from my experience there. But I got hit on all the time by men. I mean, constantly. It's because it's a very large gay clientele in adult bookstores. And so I got hit on constantly. And I started thinking, I said, if all these gay dudes think that I'm so hot, you know, women have to like me too. I just need to get up the stones and start asking these women, right? So that's what I did. And to my amazement, and literally, I remember the first time I actually, you know, saw a chick that she was hot and I liked her, and I went and asked her out, and she was like, yeah, sure, I'll give you my number. And I walked away and I went, I can't believe she gave me my number. But again, confidence is a really important thing with any situation. So I always attribute that confidence that I have to the gay community because it's true. They gave me the power to realize that it was in my hands. So, you know, that, like I said, I have nothing, nothing against them whatsoever. And so, you know, again, because I don't judge people, because I don't care what you do. But anyway, so that's a story that really, that's how I started building my confidence. And then, you know, from there it just kind of like took off. And but that's where I got it from, because I was getting hit on all the time by gay dudes. I mean, it was crazy, crazy. But I could, if I do another channel, we will talk some stories. I can be a little freer maybe on the other channel, but you know, but yeah, I used to have hair. I had long hair back in the day. Used to wear a mullet back when I was in nursing school. Yeah. So that was funny. Gay dudes are cool. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. SHTF, dude. Yeah. You know, here's the thing. You know, I'm going to tell you what. Some of the most genuine people that I have met in my life were either lesbian or homosexual. And I'm going to tell you why. Some of you are going to be amazed at this. Some of you will absolutely know what I'm talking about. A lot of people, especially my generation, I mean, it's a little bit different now. Anybody probably under 30, it's a little bit different. But when you get to my generation, when we were growing up, it was still kind of like, okay. A lot of people disown their children. And I know it still happens today. Very sad, but it does still happen today. Disown their children, won't let them around, never accept them or love them anymore, don't want them to be around, all these type of things. So these people are very damaged people because of those situations. So they're looking for that alternate family, if you will. So they're very real. They're very genuine. They're very open people, I have found. Okay. Um, so again, you know, who are any of us to judge anybody else? And that's kind of where I've always been. And so again, like I said, I've never cared what anybody's preferences were. Like my ex-wife used to say, and I always loved this answer. Okay, because I used to have people say to me, "Oh man, doesn't it make you sick the gay guys hit on you?" And I'd be like, "No, man, I take it as a compliment. If they think I'm hot, well, thank you, I appreciate that." My ex-wife used to always say, "It's always nice to be invited to the party. It doesn't mean you have to go." And I always thought that was awesome. And that's a very, very great way of looking at stuff. Take that getting hit on as a compliment, because that's what it is. They think that you're good looking enough that they would be interested in getting together with you. Take it for what it is, you know, and just look at it that way. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you because I just thought that that was important. All right, so we're going to do this really quickly. We got to get at least 1,400. We're at 1,373. I didn't think we'd hit 1,500, but I thought 1,400 was definitely a realistic goal. So last time, again, if you get if you would shoot a thumbs up to show support for the channel, I would appreciate it. Let's get it way over 1,400 if we can. That would be cool. But so I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So I appreciate it for that reason as well. Okay. Thirdly, I like to see a lot of thumbs up is the third reason. So I appreciate that as well. Again, if you're not subscribed, I would ask you to subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get all notifications as well. Welcome back, Ed. Be careful. Your parole officer is always watching. Oh, 80K, man. You know what? They're absolutely watching. They're absolutely watching. And that's okay. Like I said, I don't plan on touching certain topics. I have no intention of doing that. Not on this platform. That's why I do plan on going to an alternative platform where I could speak more freely and not be censored. So I want to thank my moderators. Yep, we got to 1,400, so we're at 1,416. That's cool. 1,500 would have been neat, though, especially with the time frame that we had. I didn't think it was possible, but it was, you know, it was definitely, you know, it's. But anyway, I want to thank my moderators who absolutely do. What's my PayPal? Yarn Prepper, if you go to my regular YouTube channel, it'll have on the main page, it'll say donate. You just click on that, it'll take you right to my PayPal. Also on my website, there is a donate button on my website as well that will take you to my PayPal as well. So thank you for asking about that. I do appreciate that. But moderators, thank you. You guys are the best. I appreciate you keeping the chat clean, because you know that's really important. It really, really, truly is. We just want to have a good time and enjoy each other's company and chat. I thank all of you for being here. You guys are absolutely the best. I appreciate you. Very, very happy to be back. Looking forward to giving you a lot of content, a lot of the things that we're going to be doing here at the homestead. And, you're going to get to watch, actually, you're going to watch the transformation of me as well this year, because by the time the summer is done, I will be at least 180 pounds. So it's going to be a 40-pound difference in weight, and you're going to get to watch that transformation as well. Being busy is going to make a big difference in it. Continuing to do what I'm doing as far as the intermittent fasting is definitely going to make a difference as well. So that's where we're at. So anyway, thank you, everybody. I do appreciate it. You guys, like I said, you're the best. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember above anything else, because we really are one big family. There's so many of us out there. Again, if we get organized, there is a lot of power with that, a tremendous amount of power. And that's what scares people that want to be in control of you. They don't want you to be able to take control of your own situations, okay? So that's why I encourage you, again, if you want to be part of the Prepper Underground Railroad, shoot me an email, preppernurse1@yahoo.com. Give me your phone number, and I will get to you. It may be a while. Mom is doing great. Mom is doing great, Diane. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you asking. So anyway, also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it is definitely, make sure you tell the people that you care about every day how you feel. All right. And last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, the only person in life that can stop you from reaching them, realistic goals, is you. Set your goals, make it happen. Don't listen to negative people. Don't listen to the people that tell you what you cannot do or what you cannot accomplish. Don't listen to those people, because they're jealous, they're lazy, they have no motivation. You do. Make your dreams happen. And again, the only person that can stop you, go look in your bathroom mirror. That's the only person, okay? I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great night. I'll see you later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.